Innocence is the original state of the soul. Alright? That's how it is. Think about it. When the soul was first created, or in its default state of being, how could it have been guilty or in sin? It couldn't have. The reason why is because it hadn't done anything yet. So it was completely innocent. Now, yes, every action we do is either good or evil. Remember, the tree of knowledge of good and evil is the tree of incarnation into the world. And really, it's not just the tree of good and knowledge and of good and evil, it's just the tree of knowledge, because everything is either good or evil in its essence. Now, the next thing I need you to understand is that innocence means you have done no harm, you have done no wrong to anybody. On the other hand, sin or guilt, the state of being in sin, is when your soul has committed a wrong against somebody. It's very interesting to question, though, what would the soul feel like if it had done no wrong? Would it still be able to feel emotion? Would it still be able to feel love? Is love even real, or is love some kind of healing thing? Some kind of undoing of damage? In other words, if you have a bunch of souls that never affected each other, what would they be feeling? It's a very interesting question. And I think that we need to break it down. What is really love? What is really positive emotions? What are really negative emotions? If a soul never did a single wrong thing, it should feel like it was innocent. If you ever feel guilty, that's probably because you are guilty of some kind of a sin. If you haven't done anything wrong, you shouldn't feel guilty. God never intended us. Here's one thing I can say, though, is that God never intended for us to be guilty. In fact, He intended for us to be sinless. Sure, He put us in an opportunity to be sinful and harm each other, but that's not what God wants. God doesn't want us to hurt each other. God doesn't want us to go out there and be vicious and cruel and mean to each other. Hurting each other is not just physically, it can also be emotionally, spiritually, or even mentally, psychologically. He didn't want that. He wanted us to be innocent as possible. And I'm going to end the video on that note, that God gave us the ability to do either good or evil. He prefers that we choose good. But I'm done with this video. I just want to ask you one question. If you're watching this video, let me know the answer to the question. The question would be, is there truly a difference between holy positivity and positivity at all? People can get pleasure from hurting others. People can get pleasures from doing what seems to be, anyway, holy. For example, a marriage is a holy thing, while abuse is an unholy thing, if it's unjustified. If everybody was totally innocent, how would we be feeling?